Whenever we calculate percentage, what should be the base? Is it 1000, 100, 10 or 10,000? But what is the rule for taking these? And whenever I have to find out any percentage related to that, what should be the fraction? How to convert any fraction into decimals or into any other given numbers, how to solve any problem sums, or how to make it identical or equivalent. So, all these would be discussed today by me. I, Rina Sharma, your vitamin T, means the teacher for all online solutions, would be discussing these topics today in the most convenient way. So, let's start the video. Hello students, with our topic on math. So today we are starting with the topic percentage. Now we have a lot of confusion when we deal with percentage. How to calculate the percentage if a number is given out of suppose 3600, if I have to calculate 10%, 15%, how to do? We often make mistakes, but what are some of the tricks which we can go through and we can be master in this particular topic? So let's see. First, let's understand the meaning, because a lot of times we get confused. We should use 10 as the denominator, 100 it should be numerator, 1000 what to do? So let's first understand the meaning today. Everything is in the meaning of the term itself. Per means every and cent means 100. So see, if I break the term percentage, so out of every 100 we have to calculate. Suppose the question is given 6%, it means 6 out of every 100. This number, the number given of percentage, that would be the numerator with the denominator as 100. So whenever we calculate percentage, what we have to keep in our mind, that if any percentage is given, we have to always calculate on 100, because the value for each and every 100 is given to us. Suppose if I say I want to calculate 15% of any figure, suppose I take 1200. So how to do? It will be 15 converted into fraction by 100 into 1200. 0 zeros cut. Just multiply 15 into 12 and you will get the answer. So this is equals to 15 into 12 is equals to 180. So this is the way we calculate. But if I say only these are the questions, then it is very easy. But we have lot of other things to do, like how to convert a percentage into a fraction into a percentage, into a decimal. What are the rules for that? So don't worry, we are doing it and we will be thorough today with each and everything. So let's practice. If I have to convert a percentage into a fraction, how to do? Let's see some examples. Suppose 8%, 9.5%, 3 by 8%, 145%. So how will we do? This one is extremely easy, because we understood that these are the numerators. So we know we have to write it in on above, and denominator will always be 100, because we are dealing with percentage, means percent per 100. So this is simply 8 by 100. Now this is 9.5 by 100. If I want to remove the point, what can I do? Just I will multiply. After decimal there is one digit, so I will multiply 10 in the numerator. So I will multiply 10 in the denominator also. This will be equal to this. Now I can cut this 1 0. Now this is the answer. We can also reduce these terms to the simplest form. Means we can divide it with the table, reduce it to the simplest form. This we would be discussing in our coming videos. Now, this how to convert the fraction into this mixed fraction into a fraction. So 8 is a 24 plus 2, 26 by 8%. So this is equals to 26 by 8 by 100. This is equals to 26 by 8 into here nothing means it is by 1. 1 by 100. This is equals to 26 by 800. We can reduce it to the lowest term also. Now 145% how to do? Same. These are the cases. So these are the systems in which we would convert a percentage into a fraction. Now let's see how we would convert a fraction into a percentage. So now our second point of discussion will be convert a fraction into percentage. What we did? We converted percentage into fraction. So there we took 100 as a denominator. Means we divided the number with 100. But when we are converting a fraction into percentage, the case will be reversed. We will multiply by 100, and when the final answer comes, we will give the sign of percentage. So 4 by 25. So 4 by 25 into 100. This is equals to, if I am dividing it with 25, it comes to 4. 16%. This is the answer. If 20 by 60 into 100 I am doing. Got it? This is 310. So now this is 100 by 3%. We can also write it into mixed fraction. So if I write in mixed fraction, what will be the answer? This will be 3, 3, 3 and it will be 1. Now 1 by 4. So if I write 1 by 4 into 100, this is equals to straight away 25%. If a mixed fraction is given to you, what to do? 5 to the 10 plus 3 means 13 by 5. Now this 13 by 5 would be multiplied by 100. Straight away I got here 20. This is equals to 260%. So these are the ways in which we would be converting a fraction into a percentage. Now let's convert a ratio into a percentage. Suppose a ratio is given to you 12 is to 25. When percentage was given, we converted into ratio, we divided by 100. Now if ratio is given, I want to convert, we will simply multiply it with 100, and this we are supposed to write in the form of fraction. So we will write it 12 by 25 into 100. This is 5, this is 20, this is equals to 240 by 5 or 48%. Let's see one more example. 7 is to 6. So 7 by 6 into 100. This is equals to 3. Here it is 50. So 350 divided by 3%, or we can write it into mixed fraction. Because numerator we never write if it is big. We always have to convert it into mixed fraction. So this is coming as 116 2 by 3%. So now let's try to find out the values. If number is given and percentage is given to you, how do we find out? So simply we have to divide it by 100. We'll convert it into fraction and multiply with the number. We can find out the values. So these are the questions we are taking from M.L. Agarwal class 7 book. So 15 by 100 into 250. Now we will simply calculate. 0 will be cut. Now this is 2, this is 5. This is equals to 75 by 2, or we can also write it as, after dividing it into mixed fraction or decimal, whatever we are convenient with. So this will be 371 37.5. We can write it like this also. So the value of 15% of 250 will be 37.5. If it is 25% of 120 liters, how to do? 25 by 100 into 120. This is going cut. We have taken it with the table of 2. So this is 5. This is coming here as 6. Now this is 5. This is equals to 30. So 25% of 120 is 30. 1% of 1 hour. Now here the confusion arises among the mind of the children. That 1% then 1 hour, everything is 1. How to do? Often they make mistake. What they have to do is this. I'll convert it into fraction. That is 1 by 100 multiplied by 1 hour. If I write 1, I will not find any solution. We will convert it into its next smaller unit, that is 60 minutes. 1 hour means 60 minutes. So now multiply here with 60. Isn't it the calculation now easy? So this is equals to 3 by 5. Now 75% of 1 kg. This is equals to 75 by 100. Again this will be converted into gram. That is 1000. So this is 750 grams. Here also like minutes. We will also divide it like 0.6 minutes. Convert a percentage into a decimal. This is a sign of percentage. So no need of writing again and again the spelling. So if I write suppose 28%, if I want to convert it into decimal, we have learned the division of decimal. If it is in the denominator like this, if this is equals to 28 by 100, I will simply count the number of zeros and just place it. Finish. If it is given 105 percentage, I'll just write 105 by 100, 2 zeros, just count and give a 0. Finish. That's it. If I want to convert a decimal into percentage, how to do? I will simply, suppose the question is given to you 0.32, I will simply write it 32. After point, 2 digits are given, I will simply write here 100. Convert a decimal into percentage. Suppose the question is given to you 0.32. See, in the first case what we did? We divided. In the second case we will multiply. So this is 0.32 into 100. This is equals to 32 percentage. See one more example. If it is 22.75, what will we do? 22.75 into 100. This is equals to 2275 percentage. So these were some of the basics which we did today. In the next video, we would be doing some problems and story sums from the book of M.L. Agarwal as well as R.S. Agarwal. If any student have any queries related to the questions while they are practicing their sums, they can mention in the comment box and I will surely try to explain them in these videos. Thank you.